how's it going? I hope everyone is having a wonderful Monday. It is Monday. It is 4 o'clock in the afternoon. You know what that means. It's time to doodle some doodles. Let's doodle some dudes. The weekend is over. It's time to get back to work. Got a lot of stuff to do today. Starting with, before we do anything else, let's turn off canvas projection. And there, you can see everything I do. I've got the wheel going. I've got it up and running. I'm ready to knock out some serious doodling today. I don't know, excuse me. Don't know exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep the wheel going. We're gonna do your suggestions, your ideas, and make some weird art. I'm not entirely sure if anything will ever be as weird as John Cena bite, but we're gonna try. That's the plan anyway. Before I get started, I think I'm just gonna do some little warming up sketches. It's a little chilly in here, and I want to just get myself loosened up with some basic warm-ups, drawing some little circles to get my wrist loosed. You know, just little circles. We can turn them into little faces, I guess. You know, like, my face. But yeah, just warm up the wrist, loosen it up, draw a bunch of circles. That's one of those things that you can do. Just let yourself do a little working out and get your mojo going. Of course, you can do some lines, do the shoulder. You know, just some loosen it up. All right. I'm gonna stretch a little bit more. You hear my knuckles crack? Is that some free ASMR for you guys right there? No, my knuckles have been doing that since I was like a 9, so you know. Okay, here's how this works. I have a spinning wheel. It's spinning to my side here. Over that way, I guess, because I'm reversed in the camera. It's there. It's spinning. It's got suggestions from people who have either come into the chat and asked me to draw something specific, or someone who has stopped me at an art show or in general and just said, hey, you should draw this. Anytime that has happened over the last year, I've written it down and I put it on the wheel. The wheel just keeps growing. Nothing comes off the wheel until it is drawn, and some things get drawn more than once. So the wheel is live. If you want to add something to the wheel, you can just drop it in chat. Say, hey, Matt, why don't you draw a fart monster? Well, fart monster's already on the wheel, but you know, you get the idea. Whenever it's time to start a new doodle, I spin the wheel and then I draw what the wheel says I have to draw, whatever that is. Whether that is some skunks in love or John Cena bite. And whatever it is what comes up. Cthulhu, whatever. So, I will do my best to do your best for you. Yes, I will do my best to do whatever you ask for me the best I can. But let's go ahead and spin for the first wheel. Let's spin the first time to get the first topic. Looks like we got a porcupine biker. All right, porcupine biker. I can do that. I can do porcupine biker. Okay, here we go. Let's see. We'll start with make a little porcupine body. Porcupines are kind of bean shaped, so give them a little roundness like so. We're just gonna try to fold him on himself a little bit. Little head, maybe. This is his front line. This would be a little nose point. I need to have little pointy faces. Yeah, now let's try this again. Maybe I didn't quite warm up enough. I'm gonna turn my grid on. We'll start with the head shape. And we'll just kind of come in and do a little side action. Give her a little face mask going. I like to mask in the face. The technique I use that I stole from Rodgin, the artist, who does videos here on YouTube or TikTok and Instagram. A little round ball nose. Just the way he masks out faces is very fast and efficient, in my opinion. So it's a good way, in my opinion, to do it. And then I think we're gonna do. Oh, what's a good biker face? Hey, Garrett. What's a good biker face? Like, grr, I'm angry. I guess I just went into this with the assumption that my porcupine was going to be like a motorcycle type biker. I guess, there could be other types of bikers, like rides a bicycle type biker. Is something that could have existed. I mean, but I think whoever suggested it seriously was like really wanting that classic leather. And then porcupines are roundish. So again, I'm just gonna kind of try to make this bean shaped body here. Kind of just trying to give it a little bit of shape to it, trying to figure out how this body goes together in my brain. Really just trying to figure that out. That's the goal here. So we'll go a little something like that. I think put the shoulders way up here. Little arm action coming back. And then other shoulder would be over here. So we're drawing through this guy. So we do arm coming down, I think. And then out. And then we'll do another little hand. And I think biker porcupine probably needs a little knife. Give him a little knife. And then little feet. Like that. Little chub guy feet. And he's got to wear a jacket. Obviously, he's a biker. He's gonna be wearing a leather jacket. That's a given, I think. Like, not even a choice I get to make. Come down here, little leather jacket coming around. And then maybe we have little quills. Because he's a porcupine, we have little quills coming out of his jacket. Like, they stabbed through it. And of course, the jacket would need to come over on the other side also. Except for, I need to make sure I'm following the shape of his body here. So bring that down. Like that. Alright, that's a pretty good, very roughed in sketch of a porcupine biker, which is what we're drawing. Porcupine biker. So I'm going to try to clean that up with a little bit more detailed, more in-depth line work. I don't know why I was trying to draw this so fast, but kind of So I'm gonna start. I want the big sneer on that face, like so. And we'll just bring a little line in for mouth separation. But I think that's not going to be the actual teeth line. I'm going to give him little pointy teeth because he's a bad guy. You know, he's a tough dude. You want to mess with him. And then I don't know. I'm contemplating giving him a cigarette, but I haven't decided yet because, you know, a lot of the people who like my art are young children, and I don't want to encourage them to smoke. Give him a weird little nose coming over like this. Like he's got the big long pointy nose, like it's his nose, you know, he's a porcupine. With the head comes over here. I want these eyes to like be lidded eyes. I'm tough. I'm squinting you down. That's what this porcupine says. He says, I'm tough. Yeah, like there. Feeling a little Rick and Morty-ish at the moment. Which I guess isn't the most horrible thing, you know? It's a good cartoon. I enjoy. Bring these back up like this. Another one, just little hookies. And I'm a tough dude. I'm a tough dude. That's what he says all the time. It's the only words he knows. Which in and of itself is actually pretty impressive considering he's a porcupine. And porcupines aren't supposed to know how to speak. Like, that's not a thing that most porcupines do. So, like, he already knows how to talk and drive a motorcycle. That's pretty impressive porcupining, if you ask me. I'm also going to pull up a little porcupine's image. So I can just, you know. Mostly I want to see if I have the right ear shape at all. I'm not going to lie. I'll not be a gentleman. Here's an actual truth that I have to share. I don't know what shape a porcupine's ears are. I kind of have a rough idea of how porcupines are shaped only because of Sonic the Hedgehog. Like 100%. Oh man, they don't have pointy noses either. They have round noses. These guys are super cute. They have little bug-eyed faces. Oh, so we gotta change up our whole path here. This doesn't look like a porcupine at all. They've got cool little porcupine faces. These guys are not scary pointy monsters at all. Got like a little round porky nose. Let's see what I can do here. Want my chat come back over here. Move you guys over here for just now. While we're doing this, while we're working this out. Come on. So we've got not a pointy nose. These guys are a little buggy. So Sonic the Hedgehog lied to me. He doesn't have a pokey nose at all. We've got round nose. I didn't realize how cute hedgehogs actually were. How cute porcupines actually are. They're cute little dudes. We'll do like this on the nose here. But I can see why they're called hedgehogs, because they have little pinky nose things going on, you know? And their ears are kind of hidden inside their spikes, but it looks like their ears are shaped a little something like this. Like kind of actually like pig ears, I guess. So bring it down like that. And then we'll just sketch in the rest of this head loop. Let's give them a double chin, because they're little chubby guys. You know, little chubby guys. It's fine. It's fine. So let's give them a little double chin action going on. And now we'll come in here, and I'm just gonna say, like, here's a hairline. And we'll give them a cool hedgehog haircut. You know, something a little different than what I would normally do with hair, like kind of the opposite, it feels like in a lot of ways. So we'll come in here and just draw in a little sand hair. You know, a little porcupine with a little sand hair. Little action going on like this. Yeah, little tufts. We're gonna get rid of these bigger back here. They don't look right. Just keep it going. Keep it around the head, like so, and just on back. Let's go back. Do. Like that. Now we can bring his jacket back around. Little porcupine bit sticking out there like that. I like that. That looks pretty good. And then now we can bring the jacket in here. Down. I should look up more like what a biker jacket looks like, because I think I'm drawing a suit jacket. Biker jacket. And in my internal reference library, the only real like leather jacket in there is Sean Hunter's jacket from Boy Meets World. And I don't know that that's necessarily an actual like biker jacket. I think these have points on them like this. Yeah, it comes out like this. Little loops there. That looks pretty good. Yeah, this is good. This is the ticket. Now we're cooking with gas, as my dad would say. Why would he say that? I don't know. It's just a thing. It's a thing old people say. So we come back here. He's got this little sleeve over here. And it's got one of these little things like this on it. Little strappy. Lots of straps on these biker jackets. And then again, we're just gonna have little bits of porcupine quill sticking out through his jacket. That's unfortunate for him, but that's just the nature of being a porcupine. You know, sometimes your clothes gets holes in it because you're a porcupine. All right, I want this to hang like that. Down over him like that. Oh, maybe not. I don't like that. That's not hanging the way I need it to. I actually need this whole jacket bit, I think, to move over. So I'm going to come in here. I'm just going to clip it. and move it over like here. That's what the sketching phase is for. Figuring this stuff out. And then we'll just have these quill bits up here come over the top of the edge of the jacket. All right, and then little porcupine hand over here being all tough on his hip. Give him a little t-shirt action going on, and then we'll have his other jacket hanging down on the outside of his big old pot belly. Because these are chubby little dudes. They're chubby little dudes. Porcupines. They're chubby little dudes. Oh, tear action there. And then little feet. Little knee on there, like that. Have the other foot coming out just a little bit over here, a little bit taller. Sizing those up to be a little bit more evenly sized. And bring this arm down a little bit more. Like that. And we'll do another one of these. Okay. Work on this hand a little bit more. What? Pointy little rat type fingers. Like so. I think we're just gonna draw on this little knife. Like there. Bring this up. Just make a little. And it's a little dagger tip. Put little claw fingers. It's got little claw fingers on there. All right. Let's see where we're at and what we need to clean up still. This nose is not working the way I want it to. It's a little more accurate to what porcupines actually look like, but it's not feeling right, you know? Sometimes the feel is more accurate than, or is more important than the accuracy of the visual. So how are we going to do this nose to make it feel right? I think bring it down like this. Try to maybe stick it out a little bit more. He is still a rodent. His nose is a little protrudy. Might have to go back and do it the way I do capybara faces, because they're the same basic type of face. Yes, like that. Maybe there's something more, a little more like that. A little more like that. It's okay. I have to clean this up a bit more in the inking phase, but I think it reads porcupine, and I think it reads biker. I don't think, you know, I think those two things are there. So let's see if I can't make it feel a little bit more like a porcupine. I like the little bulbous nub. That's what damn Apple Pencil. Hang on, I gotta change the tip on my pencil, I think, is where I'm at the moment. And I've got them. They were right here on my desk. Did I bury them? I put some. Oh, there they are. put some receipts down on my desk. I think I buried my Apple Pencil tips. So we're just going to go ahead and do a little tip. Change the tip. Just the tip. Just the tip. I bought these Apple Pencil tips that were not very expensive. They were cheap. These were cheap. I bought cheap Apple Pencil tips. There's like 20 of them in the little bag, and they only last 2 or 3 days, depending on how much I draw, and I draw a lot, so we'll start with that. We'll see. Yeah, that already feels better. So we'll do a little boundy like this. Over here like this. Yeah, that feels more right. Okay. I think I figured out how I'm going to do this nose. I got this little porcupine face pulled up. He's a cute little guy. They're unlike, like, their noses are like this. Yeah. Sometimes you draw the same thing 30 or 40 times because you're just not happy with how it's turning out. Okay, so we'll do that and give them a nose like this. Because their nostrils are surprisingly we'll make it bigger. We'll exaggerate. It's a cartoon. We can exaggerate. Their nostrils are surprisingly small compared to the rest of their nose. Which is weird. This is not good. Oh, because I did not turn it at an angle to match the rest of the drawing. So I'm actually going to come down here. Let's try sketching it in again for a 5th time. So we want a little nose action like this. Dang it. I want it to come around, and then this would be the front of the nose, so it needs to come back around like this. And then that whole thing. This is why I like to work on multiple layers when I'm sketching. I'm having trouble. You know what? Now I understand why Sonic is poorly designed. Because porcupines are hard to draw. So there, like that. Kind of like that, right? Got this line here. It's coming down. And we'll just have this come out like here. Maybe look at my porcupine again. Okay, a little roundy bit like this. And we'll bring that snarl back in. And then I'll just bring this over here and bring this down like that. That's probably better. Give them little teeth there like that. And then we'll bring in those sharp pointy teeth again. There we go. There we go. That's better. All right. That feels like what I'm trying to go for here. Although, again, not quite perfect because it's just a sketch, but you need to bring that opacity down so it doesn't get in my way. Okay. I want that to be a little more narrow on that side, like that. There we go. Put in those nostrils. Then this can come back. Like that. There we go. That's better. That's already looking better. And little lip snarl action. Like so. Little buck teeth because he's a rodent. You making fun of me for being a rodent? And then here's the other thing is like this eye is way too wide over here. So we'll narrow that to like there. That'll help too. Just like make this eye 2/3 the width that it is now. And then that brings this edge of the head over. Like that. And we can just kind of hook those lids back in, do that little lidded look again. Actually, I'm just going to redraw that entirely. Bring this down. There, like that. There we go. This is starting to look a little better. And then we can bring this one like this. Little curvy bit of the eye there. And bring that pupil back. There, that's better. That was a big issue. One of the things that was really throwing me off was I had left that eye way too wide. So we're gonna just bring in the rest of this little eyelid here. A little brow ridge action. Yeah. I'm tough. I'm a tough guy. Ugh. That's my catchphrase. I'm a tough guy. Even bring this back behind these buck teeth over here like this. Maybe not. Bring it in. Let's try this way. Yeah, I'm a tough guy. You shouldn't mess with me. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Let's try something else. If this face line comes down here, like that, with the lip to come like that, and then the bottom of that jaw comes over like this. Turn the smoothness up a little bit more. Bottom of the jaw comes around like that. And you can still be a tough guy. I'm a tough guy. I drive a motorcycle. I'm a hedgehog with a hog. That's the actual basis of this joke. The entire joke basis was I'm a hedgehog with a hog. Like there. Okay, something's still not right. Something's still not right here. I'm not sure what it is. Okay. Center line of the face is now over here. So the teeth need to come out over here, which means this bottom jaw needs to come out like over here. Come back. Supposed to fix all this stuff in the sketching phase. That's why you have a sketching phase. All right. So if I just assume that's part of this tooth line, then that's also going to be part of the tooth line. Right, so like that. And then we can add our fangs back in. Grr. This isn't. What am I doing here to myself? What am I screwing up here? This is where I gotta start thinking. I'm drinking what is basically cherry Kool-Aid, if anyone's curious. Okay, bring the smoothness back down. That's a big problem. Let's screw it. I'm gonna turn you. Let's turn you off. You're in the way. There. Now we can. Let's look at this. Let's try looking at this a different way. Right. And what? Big, scary, sharp teeth. I want teeth that say, I'm a tough guy. Problem is, because he's got to have the buck teeth too, the teeth can't come all the way down. So I think what that means is this actually would need to come around like that. Maybe not that far down. Maybe we can cross like there. There we go. Now, try something like this. Yeah, that's looking a little better. And we can come over here and maybe do some implied back teeth. Like that. We're going to try that. We're going to go with it anyway because I spent way too long already trying to perfect these teeth that I'm not going to perfect. All right, now we can bring this eyelid in. Bring it down. Here. Like so. And crossed here. Oops. Never did the back of this eye. There we go. That eyelid needs to come all the way to the back. And damn it. All right, there's that. Bring this in like this. Okay. All right. I think we're starting to make some progress. This is not my best work by any means. And, honestly, were I not streaming this, I probably would have already scrapped this entirely and started over. Which it is totally okay to do. It's totally okay to delete your art. But I know when you're streaming, sometimes people get invested. So now we'll just bring this neck down. Like down there. So he has a little neck now. No longer has a double chin. We're going to give him an actual neck. And then, how do I want to do this hair? I think I'll just come across like this and just bring it down all the way to the neckline there. And then this will be basically like he's got a greaser hair that's slicked back, you know? Because he's a biker. Normally when I do hair, I pick a single location on the head and just draw little tufts they're all coming from that point. It's just one way to make it easy to get all of your hair, make sure it's all going in the same direction. But that's not going to work for this guy because he's a porcupine. This isn't actually hair, it's quills. So I have to ask myself how I'm going to pull that off. And like I said, it's basically the opposite of how I normally do hair. But I'm just going to come through here and clean up these art lines with the vector trimming tool. Just have all of the hair kind of facing the same direction there. Oop. That's not horrible and not my preferred way of doing these things. It's not the worst way it could have been done. Bring in the little ear here. Yeah, this could be okay. This could be okay, I guess. Now we'll bring this jacket down. Right, we'll have the jacket come down here. Like this. Little lapel down here. Little triangle thingy sticking off. There we go. Little hooky action. Draw a little snap. Little snappy. Little snap bit. Alright. I'm starting to feel a little more confident that this isn't going to be the worst thing I've ever drawn. Bar's not super high, but you know. Sometimes you gotta take what victories you can get. I do think this might be the last time I ever draw a porcupine, though. Oh, maybe I need to practice drawing more porcupines. Maybe I need to draw like 30 porcupines. And we're going to now loop this around the head like that. So mostly so that I don't have to draw as many quills. Because if that comes up over here and goes around the back of the neck, then it would come down over here like that. And that's fewer quills I have to draw. In fact, I might skip. I was going to do this thing in the sketch. I've got these quills that are torn through the jacket. I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. I think I'm going to try to minimize the amount of quillage I have to draw. One of the ways I'll do that is come over here and just draw in a few folded back like that. Yeah, that's not too bad. Actually, what if I did bring this over here? So this is now the neckline. Like so. And then we just kind of bring some of that hair down. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. It's too much work. All right, now I'm gonna have this belly curve drawn in like so. I wonder what made Disney decide to pick a hedgehog. Not Disney, Sega decided to pick a hedgehog. Like, made them think to take these little chubby Spike boys and make it the fastest thing alive. And we know he's the fastest thing alive because it says so in his theme song. Sonic, he's the fastest thing alive. That's from one of the two 1990 Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons that was on at the exact same time that were very, very different tonally. One was like pretty, I don't want to say dark. I mean, it was comparatively much darker than the other one. One was more like an anime than the other was more cartoonish. Both were voiced by Jaleel White, though. Fun cartoon trivia for you. Urkel was the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog in the 90s. As far as I know, Jaleel White is still voicing Sonic the Hedgehog. Last time I checked, he had been the one that voiced him in the last piece of animation I saw. But it has been a very long time since I checked that out. So, I could be wrong. I don't know for sure. And then, oops, I wanted these fingers to be spiky. Like little mouse claw things. So we'll just do that. He's got 3 of them. They've got fingies on their hands. In case anyone's wondering, yes, I do look these things up. I looked up porcupines, and then I picked a face reference and a body reference that made sure to give me view of the claws. Because I like to be accurate, scientifically accurate in my little dudes. My anthropomorphic mouse people, I guess. It's just something I came up with when I was drawing Capybara. And we were doing the cats and dog costume packs. Like how many toes a cat or dog has just kept coming up. I think instead of doing this dagger tip, I'm just going to like do a little round knife. I don't really know what a switchblade looks like, or I would have given him a switchblade. Maybe I should look up what does a switchblade look like. Switchblade. I think a big thing about those is they've got like these things on them, these little knobs on the switchblade. Them little knobs. And then I think they've got a little bandy bit like that. Why is this taken for all of eternity? There we go. And this little bit is a little black handle bit. And then this comes out like so. Then these are actually, one goes one way, the other goes the other way. this. And then he's got a little blade. Wait, like so. Yeah, that's a switchblade. That's what a switchblade looks like. Okay. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good there. Bring this other arm in. Dang it. There we go. There we go. I've got a system for creating things like these little flaps. Although this should go more like that. Because it's got a little flap on it. It's not actually a little... It's not as tight to the body. It's got a little space in between it because it's how those are made. Then we'll bring this hand down. And here's the other side of that palm. Like that. I'm going to go ahead and hide that jacket corner because we're just going to have these little fingers back here. Yeah, I'm a tough guy. I got a knife. All right. And these big ol' chunky feet clearly need to be biker boots. Now I'm going to have to look up biker boots. One of the fun things about doing random stuff on the stream is you guys get to see my research process also. So we'll go like little... like this dude. Oh no, that's not going to work for me because I want this little tiny leg here. So we'll bring that biker boot bit up like that and have it come down like this. Have little buckles. Little buckle across there. Like that. It's not great, but it's not horrible. It's not bad for a random doodle that we've only spent an hour on to do line art. Wow. Okay. So there's some rough shape to this dude. Let's get rid of the sketch layer underneath. And let's color him in. Let's color him in and see what we got. So let's duplicate this layer a few times. The reason I duplicate this layer a few times is so that I have lots of layers to work on as I do different things like, you know, like what's the word I'm looking for? Shading, highlights, detail layers, stuff like that. So I'm not above going the old classic comic book route of using a dark blue in place of black. And I definitely, I'm going to turn off this. Oops, this line art should be at the color should be at the bottom. Turn off that bottom layer because I'm going to use white on the shirt. The teeth here. Which we're going to add some... He's just misunderstood. He's a tough guy. He likes being tough. You come around here with that attitude. How's it going? I hope your Monday's doing good. Hope things are going a little brighter today than they have in the last couple of streams. You know what I mean? We'll do. Should I do? Nah, I'm gonna leave the jacket blue. I was gonna say, should I do the gray on the jacket too? I'm gonna leave the jacket blue. I like that blue. I like it. Also, James Dean wore a blue jacket. All right, porcupines are multiple colors. They have little light pink colored porcupines with white pokies. They've got darker color porcupines. They got brown porcupines. I think I'm going to make this guy kind of a brown porcupine. Yeah, I guess if anyone asks, his jacket is blue because he's a tribute to Sonic the Hedgehog. Maybe he's in a gang called the Sonics. All right, and then I should have tapped these little buttons gray while I'm here. And then we'll do the little quills. Oops. The inside of his ear can be that lighter brown. Little quills will be a darker brown. Like so. Just to imply hair. And the inside of his mouth can be a dark pink. Let's come down here and make this dark. Rah. I'm a tough guy. That's his catchphrase. I've decided. I'm a tough guy. Don't mess with me. I got a switchblade. So this is gonna be my flatted in color. I think he looks pretty good. Sometimes they just look off until they have color, which I mean is not great. You know, line art should speak for itself. But also, this is literally the first time in my life I've ever drawn a porcupine. So I'm okay with that. Honestly, until today, until I started drawing this porcupine, I thought porcupines had pointy noses. They do not. That is not a thing. That is a lie perpetuated by Sega. Porcupines do not have pointy noses. All right, so let's do some shading, shall we? Porcupines, like it makes sense that they're called hedgehogs because they have little pig snouts. Kind of. Maybe Sonic had a questionable past. I think I was talking earlier, just as I was rambling to myself, about how in the 90s there were two different Sonic the Hedgehog cartoons. And both of them were voiced by Jaleel White. So the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog in the 90s at the very least, and I think this is still true today. I have to look it up. But basically, the voice of Sonic the Hedgehog in the 90s was Stephen Urkel. So that's a thing worth knowing. Little bit of shading there. I'm also going to shade these teeth that are supposed to be in the back of the mouth there on the far side. I'm not going to do a lot of shading on this guy because I don't think he needs a lot. I mean, I could get into like shading each of these quills like this. Maybe I will. But if I do, we're only getting one doodle done tonight. Because I already spent way too much time on this dude. Maybe I can just come down here and bring this in. Let's kind of have this flash down like so. See if I can't do this quickly. Suggestion equals giraffe zookeeper. I will add it to the wheel. The wheel weaves as the wheel wills. I have to admit, I'm going to admit something. I have a lot of fun with the wheel. Like, the wheel works for me as a creator to have fun on the stream. So I hope you guys enjoy it also. Speaking of things that I hope you guys are okay with. So last week when I was doing the simul stream, every time I got a little hiccup in my stream, which happened a lot last week, it was not a very stable stream. Restream created a new stream on YouTube. So I ended up with like 14 streams in that one streamcast. But the thing is, like, I had people from coming in on Twitch and YouTube, so it was like both audiences were there. But I think I'm going to make the full-time, I think I'm going to make the jump to streaming on Twitch. I can put the recorded episodes on YouTube, like, after I get done streaming on Twitch. But there's just so much more stuff that I can do with the tools. Like, Twitch's streaming stuff is more mature and has more stuff available to it. So I think it's going to be my last YouTube live stream, and I will start streaming on Twitch on Wednesday. Because I think there's a lot of cool ideas that I've had that will work better on that platform service. And also, the bandwidth it takes to stream on, I saw that. Yeah. The bandwidth it takes to stream on Twitch is much lower than the bandwidth it takes to stream on YouTube. So I won't have as many of those hiccups on Twitch, or shouldn't have as many of those hiccups on Twitch as I do on YouTube. Like, right now, YouTube is still telling me that I don't have a great signal, and so that's just one of those things. So I hope that's something you guys are all okay with. I hope you will join me on Twitch going forward. I think we can do more and have a little bit more fun over there. There's actually a lot of stuff that, like, my chat bot can't do on YouTube that it can do on Twitch. Stream rewards are a thing on Twitch. So, like, for example, my bot can run so that, like, you can spend points to do stuff. We can do things like that. There's just some more mature platform. Okay, I think this is my biker porcupine done. And we have a half an hour left. So I think I'm going to try to do another spin of the wheel. So we're going to add giraffe zookeeper. What happened? Zookeeper. There we go. All right, so I'm going to add giraffe zookeeper, and porcupine biker has already come off the list because this tool automatically removes things from the list. So I guess I can go ahead and spin. I'm going to spin the wheel. spin it. Do 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 do. Tailspin. Tailspin was one of my favorite Disney afternoon shows. Turtles, just turtles. Turtles, just turtles. Okay, so what are we gonna do with that? What are we gonna do with just turtles? Toidles. So maybe we'll do maybe we'll do a little cosmic turtle. Do a little turtle guy, a little beak, little flipper in here, like so. Little turtle action. With this little disc world on top of it. Turtles all the way down, man. Turtles all the way down. Sometimes things get put on the list and they are so far separated from the conversation where they got added to the list. I do not remember at all why they're there. All right, so we're going to start with a little cosmic turtle foundation action. And then maybe we'll do a little Koopa Troopa. You know, a little Koopa Troopa action. Do we have a Ninja Koopa Troopa? Because that would be fun. It'd be fun to do a little Ninja Turtle. Turtles doing what are turtle things? In my world, turtle things are kung fu and racing go-karts and flying around with disc worlds on their back. I don't know what turtle things are. That's a thing that I need. You know, there's some little guidance there. Apparently, a lot of people have drawn the Ninja Turtles as Koopa Troopas, so I bet Squirtles are also there. So, like, maybe we add a little Squirtle action over here. Oh, maybe we just draw a bunch of different turtle dudes. So, yeah, we'll just do a little turtle guy there, little turtle guy here. You know, little Koopa Troopa on one side, little Squirtle on one side. Have a little leg coming out, little boot. Little boot coming off this way. Little hands, look at them, little jazz hands. It's gonna make sense, I promise. It's gonna make sense in a second when I get the composition done. And then this arm comes over here, of course, it is wrapped around the Squirtle. And then the little Squirtle would have his foot like here, and this foot over here like this. And he'll be doing jazz hands. Come up and wrap around that dude's neck. All right, and then Squirtle face. Looks a little something like this. A little tail action. He's got a little arm. We'll come this way. Little bit of a shell there. And then next to name one of them Van Gogh. We could do that. We're at another little Koopa Troopa guy over here. I actually drew a Dry Bones Koopa Troopa shell the other day. I was doing on my daily zombie. I did a little like go-kart racing thing. And because he's a zombie, I thought he should be throwing the zombie Koopa Troopa shell. So that's why he was a dry bones shell. Dry bones is a skeleton. There's not really, but that was the idea of the joke anyway. Little bits like this. Okay. And I'm going to bring this down and I'm going to do a new sketch layer, a little bit more detail. So I'm going to have, basically I have a Koopa Troopa, and a Squirtle dancing on top of the turtle with Discworld on its back. So, Koopa Troopas are pretty basic art. They just have little beaky faces, like so. And then they have the weird uni-eye. You can't go wrong with a weird uni-eye. But also, like, it's not just that their eye is a uni-eye, but like, literally, that's the entire top of their head. So, there is the Koopa Troopa head. And then they'll have they got little collars that their head pops out of. And this comes around. It's going to have a little hole for his leg. Comes back up over here. And then he gets little stripes across like this. There we go. And then his arm comes out over here. And this leg will come out over here. Has little ring boots. Toes pointed because he's doing a little jazz kick. And some jazz. Ooh. Here's the question. Do I give him jazz hands or do I have him holding a cane? We'll come back to the hand. We'll come back and decide later. And then this arm is going to come over here towards the Squirtle. And it will also have a little loopy bend around it. And then this leg is over here. And actually I have this sketch drawn on the rough layer. That leg should face that direction. All right, there we go. I like this idea. This is one of those things that I don't draw fan art very often. For a whole bunch of reasons. Like Nintendo will come after me if someone happens to see that I'm drawing this. They'll like immediately send lawyers. They are hyper litigious. But also, like, I normally just prefer in general to just draw my own stupid stuff. But sometimes the wheel wants you to draw other stupid stuff, you know? And sometimes your audience wants you to draw stupid stuff. One little foot out there. A little foot action on the Squirtle. Squirtle, squite. Okay. Let me move back up here to the squirrel's head. Squirtles are weird, man. They have weird shapes. I guess they're not the weirdest shapes of all the Pokemon. But like they have a perfectly round head for the most part. And that's weird to me. Like that's weird. And then big old chibi anime eyes. Very much not how I like to do my eyes, but it works. It's the Squirtle eye, man. Actually, I don't like. I'm gonna face in. Looking right at the camera, so like there. There. There, squite. If Nintendo comes, I'll tell them they're turtles, just turtles. That's right, just turtles. I was tempted to give this Squirtle the big triangle sunglasses that Ash's Squirtle had before he became Ash's Squirtle in the cartoon. Yeah, I'm the type of nerd who knows things like that. I don't think anyone who has watched my stream is surprised that I know the history of Ash's Squirtle as the boss Squirtle. They passed those sunglasses on to the other Squirtle that became the boss Squirtle when he left. So we'll do a little round, and then that needs to come like that. And a little ridge like that way. So here's an interesting note about the character design differences between the Squirtle and the Koopa Troopa. Koopa Troopa clearly has his limbs, its limbs, their limbs. Let me go with their limbs. Their limbs are clearly coming out of holes in their shell. Like that is very clearly a part of the character design, right? So that's cool. The Squirtle's limbs are not drawn. Like their character design just has little lines separating the limbs from the shell. As if to imply that they don't actually have a shell so much as their body is just solid the way it is. Also, Koopa Troopas have little banded bellies, and the Squirtle has segmented plates on its belly. And I just noticed this as I was doing this little reference art searching. The little plates on its belly kind of make a star. You know, a little star shape, little star around its legs. Like so. You can definitely tell which one of these I have studied more. I am going to bring this Squirtle a little more in line. I think it should look like. Like that. And then they have little curly Q tails. Just like the Squirtle and the Clefable have the same tail. I wonder if they're related. I wonder if there's Pokemon lore in one of the like 8 generations of Pokemon that have come out since the last time I played Pokemon that says that the Squirtle and the Clefairies are related. A little Discworld. action going on. If this was something that I was going to spend a lot of time on, like basically going forward, I'm going to try to spend more time dedicate specific time each week to doing like more complicated poster design, because I've had a lot of fun doing those for the Patreon print, and I'd like to make more of those going forward, I think. So I've kind of blocked off in my work week like 10 hours a week to work on one poster, which is honestly based on not the Carver poster, but the hundreds of beavers parody poster I did for the Daily Zombie 300 Zombies image illustration the other day. That took me about 10 hours to do. And I also enjoyed that a lot. So where I'm going with this story is that if I was going to do something like that with this picture, like if I was going to do this picture and give it 10 hours, I would probably add a whole bunch more turtles. So like I would have the Discworld space sea turtle down here swimming through space with the disc on top of it. And then I would probably try to just like fit as many pop cultural turtle references in as I could. So like I would have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on here. And I would have, like, instead of just one Koopa Troopa, I would probably put all of the Koopa kids on there. You know, just try to squeeze as many turtle references as I could into the whole thing. And I'm like drawing a blank. I'm sitting here going, I know that there are a lot of turtles in pop culture, but I'm kind of sitting here drawing a blank on more of those than the ones I've already mentioned. Okay. So I did jazz hands on the Squirtle. So I guess the Koopa Troopa will be doing jazz hands too. And Koopa Troopas have 3 fingers besides their thumb. They have 4 total fingers on their hands. Like that. So there's our sketch detailed in. I like this quite a bit. This was supposed to be the other leg, but that is way out of position. So we'll combine those. I think in my head I was like, I'm drawing the other leg, and then that was also supposed to be the tail. Into a little tail coming off. Okay, so this is my line art. Or my sketch art. I'm going to come in here and try to do some line art on it. It is 25 after 5 already. So we're going to be quick. And this will probably just be a black and white drawing. If I render it, it'll be because I have time off stream to render it. So I will do that. I will find the time after dinner to fully color this guy, these little dudes in, and they will go up tomorrow on all of the platforms. Instagram, Facebook. I'll share them in the Discord. So You can look forward to that. You can look forward to seeing this fully colored in. Speaking of Discord, if you are a member of the Patreon and you would like to pick up your October Patreon rewards in person, I will be at Sippin' Shop at the C Street Market on Saturday, but the rewards are scheduled to mail out on Friday. So I need anyone who wants me to hold on to their rewards until Saturday so they can pick it up to let me know before Friday, and I'll just hold on to your set and have it for you Saturday at the Sip and Shop Market. Otherwise, the October Patreon rewards are going to go out on Friday the 15th. And I think people are going to really enjoy what I've put in extra. I hope, anyway. I hope people really enjoy the extras I've put in this month's Patreon package. It's going to be a good one, I think. I think people will like it a lot. And earlier today, I was working on some stuff to put in as extras with the November Patreon set. I've been started working on that already to get it out of the way. I'm hoping at some point in the near future I will find a full-time job or a part-time job. That's really a part-time job. So I might have less time to draw. So I'm trying to get a lot of work done in advance. That's why I've been sharing on the social medias. I've been sharing some older illustration stuff, just so that I have content going out to keep the robots from getting mad at me for abandoning them. You know, the robots have separation anxiety, especially the ones that are using the algorithm method. And then I'm trying to build up a little back catalog so that I can have plenty of stuff ready to go. The stream schedule might change if I do end up getting a job, but I'm not going to change that until I know. I won't change anything. You can hold mine, then you can see the reveal. Woohoo! I'm excited. I won't do anything with the stream schedule until I know for sure what I'll be working, if I'm working. My thoughts right now are it might be a little easier on my core audience if I streamed later in the day. So even if I don't go to work, once that is all stable and decided, we might see, I might start streaming after dinner and start streaming like 7 to 9, maybe. Again, that would probably be a little easier again with when we move to Twitch. So anyway, that's all up in the air right now. But if 7 to 9 is easier for the audience, for all of you, that might be where we go. But like I said, I'm not going to make any hard decisions until I know for sure if I have to work. So, you know, that's how that goes. The one place that is like my definite backup job, I just don't know when I'll be starting there, would have me working until 6 on Wednesdays. So the position that where they need me for is I would be off Thursday through Saturday. I would only work Sunday through Wednesday. I'd be off Thursday and Saturday, so I'd still be able to do market stuff. But I would have to work later on Wednesdays. Super early on Sunday and Monday, and then later on Tuesday and Wednesday. So that's one likely possibility of what's going to happen going forward. We'll see. I did notice, like, looking at all of my stream data for the last few months, Friday night seems like the most popular night for people to watch me stream, which is weird because I figured Friday nights was when people are going to be the busiest with things going on in life. But I guess my audience either consists of people who like don't necessarily need a Friday to enjoy themselves. I'm gonna actually hook this leg so he's got a little bend to it. Or have kids, and so like doesn't matter what's going on. So it is one of those things I noticed is that Friday is my best night for streaming. All right. It's 5:34. I am definitely going to finish this line art before I go tonight. And thank you for coming and hanging out. Those of you who chatted and those of you who lurked the whole time. It's okay to lurk on a stream. I do it all the time. I very rarely actually chat in any streams that I hang out in. The only stream I really ever chat in is if I happen to be in one of Paramon's streams. I'm not a very chatty person. I appreciate you being here all the same. So, thank you for that. I do stream, like I said, this is probably gonna be the last YouTube stream. I'm gonna move over to Twitch starting on Wednesday. Mostly because the stream should be a little more stable on Wednesday or on Twitch, but also, like I was saying earlier, there's a lot of features that we can have fun with on Twitch that aren't available on YouTube. And I think it's important to make that change while we still can, before we have a huge audience on YouTube. That being said, though, again, the VODs I will put the video of the stream up on YouTube after the stream each week, or each day. So not the end of the world. I'll make sure that the people who are on YouTube will still be able to watch the archived video episode, if that is your preference. Alrighty. We are almost done with this Squirtle. Squirt, squirt. Little hooky tail action. Pretty much all we got left is... Oops. I completely ignored the lines on the Koopa Troopa. So I'm going to have to go through and do that too. All right. So if you are watching this at a later date, or right now, if you want to do it right now, you feel free. Leave a comment letting me know what famous turtles should be dancing with Squirtle and Koopa Troopa here. Who did I leave off the list when I was listing them earlier? I've got Squirtles, I've got Koopa Troopas, I've got Ninja Turtles. Who's missing? Who am I neglecting? Whose favorite turtle? Who is your favorite turtle in pop culture that I did not mention and will feel bad for forgetting existed? That's what I would like to see you guys put in the comments. Who is your favorite pop culture turtle? It can be one of the ones I mentioned. You can just say, you know what, the only pop cultural turtles I care about are the Ninja Turtles. Or maybe you go, the only pop cultural turtles I care about are, I don't know, the one that wears the rabbit ears in the Cadbury egg commercial. Whatever turtle you want. It's your thing to love. So just let me know. Let me know. And I will make it up to you guys, I promise. With turtles all the way down. Maybe if enough people, let's say if we get 10 comments telling me who their favorite turtle is, I will add neglected turtles to the wheel, and we will draw neglected turtles as a prompt. We'll put it on the wheel, and as we know, the wheel weaves as the wheel wills, and it will come up at the least convenient possible time, because that's how it always usually goes down. The wheel doesn't like me much. So yeah, that's my promise to you. So let's get to 10 comments. That means that if you want to see neglected turtles, you're gonna have to go out and browbeat people into coming and watching this video and leaving a comment with their favorite turtle. Oops. There we go. I'll finish this later. I'm out of time. I gotta go. It is 20 minutes till 6. So yeah, thank you for coming and hanging out. I had a lot of fun drawing weird dudes for you. Just drawing dumb stuff. I will be streaming on Twitch starting on Wednesday at 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. Please come and join that stream. The video will go up on YouTube after the stream ends at some point. I don't want to promise a time and then not be able to deliver, so I don't know how long that will take me to do, how long it takes me to download or anything like that. But I will do that. I have a bunch of shorts that I've put together of just illustrations that I've done with little voiceovers. I'm working on some cool stuff for the Carver, putting together some fun things. So if you are interested in learning more about all of that, join the Discord. I've started trying to make a point of sharing some behind the scenes work in process stuff on the Discord every day. It's on my to-do list, my daily to-do list. It'll be a task. So I should share something.